Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Universally Speaking. I am your host, Cole Train, and we're here today to discuss the massive trades that went down this week on SmackDown Live. We'll kick things off there at that. Before we recap the shows, let's go over the trades, starting with the tag teams. SmackDown Monday Night Raw sent Enzo and Cass to SmackDown Live in exchange for the American Alpha. I haven't switched their brands just yet, but American Alpha is heading to Monday Night Raw as a deal was made from Shane and Stephanie to send both teams to the opposite brands. American Alpha will begin their Universal career on Monday Night Raw from now on. They could not make the cut this week, but they will make their Raw debut the week after this week, so stay tuned for that one. Enzo and Cass will be backstage on SmackDown Live this week, but I have no concrete evidence if they will make the show. I'll give you guys more information when we get to SmackDown Live. That was the tag team trade. Also, we had a Monday night. Also, we had a singles trade. This one is a big one. Monday Night Raw sent Kurt Angle in exchange for Samoa Joe, and guess who's on the show making his Raw debut live in Fort Worth, Texas? Joe will be on the show as he will be talking to the WWE Universe about his new career on Monday Night Raw, and also he has a match with the European Champion Austin Danger. One-on-one, Joe takes on the European Champion in his Monday Night Raw debut. It is gonna be a doozy. Fort Worth, Texas. They can't wait to see some more Joe live for the first time ever on Monday Night Raw. What's up to everybody in the chat? Thank you guys so much for joining me for Universally Speaking, as we'll be recapping both Raw, SmackDown Live, and a controversial main event which will have implications for this week's shows and how's the WrestleMania card shaping up. Also, I got some confirmations for the Night Wolf 6-man ladder match, as names have been placed in for the ladder match. A huge confirmation who made it blatantly obvious that he'll be in the 6-man ladder match for the United Kingdom Championship. We'll go over that today. As I was saying, folks have to get the audio from Monday Night Raw up and ready to go, as we're going to have a huge announcement there. We kicked things off. It was WWE 2K18 Universal episode 44, an electrifying return. And boy, was. We kicked things off with one of the 8-man tag team. Goldberg made his way down to the ring to a explosive reaction from the fans. The fans didn't know what was coming as Goldberg went out to compete. He said that he wanted to make the WrestleMania card, and he came out to compete for the 8-man tag team matchup there. Goldberg was sitting in the ring. He had no idea who his opponent was, and a massive return ensued, with The Rock making his Universal return for the first time since WWE 2K16, over a year since we've seen The Rock. The Rock's last match before he took on Goldberg was against Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. After that ensued The Rock and Goldberg. It fought like it was 2003 all over again. The last time those two took on each other. This was the first encounter in universe mode. And boy, did it have a classic. Rock, close pinfalls. Goldberg the jackknife. Couldn't put it with a Rock. But in the end, the people's elbow. And then the sharpshooter was enough to put away Goldberg, and The Rock joins. He was the second to last member to join Team Monday Night Raw, as he made Goldberg tap out for the first time ever in universe mode history. Goldberg tapped out. After that, we moved on to we found out the final participant for the WWE United States Championship, as I believe it was Dean Ambrose took on Shawn Michaels. This was another classic, which seen Ambrose overcome the odds to finally make it to WrestleMania in a major role, fighting for a championship. Dean Ambrose, he had obstacles whenever he came to Monday Night Raw, but this match pretty much ensued everything he was fighting for. He defeated Shawn Michaels I believe it was via Dirty Deeds, to win that matchup and go to WrestleMania. It was the interesting part after the match, which we'll have a matchup tonight because of the cause of this man here, as I'm gonna play the audio right now.
Referee, this is absolutely ridiculous. What is Roman Reigns wrong with Ambrose? He just been with a grueling match with Shawn Michaels and Reigns, sending Ambrose an early WrestleMania message. Reigns stands tall.
That's right, Roman Reigns had stood tall in the middle of the ring as he took out Dean Ambrose after his grueling matchup with Shawn Michaels. This sparked Ambrose to go on the middle rage, saying that he wants Roman Reigns one-on-one before WrestleMania. And to kick things off, on this week's edition of Monday Night Raw, it's going to be a start to the show. It's going to be Roman Reigns taking on Dean Ambrose one-on-one. Rumored that Seth Rollins will be in Dean Ambrose's corner. We have no concrete information on that, as Rollins is in action himself, as he had his own dealings on Main Event. Is the reason why he's in action, because of what happened on Main Event. So we'll see if Seth Rollins will support his best friend Ambrose as he takes on Roman Reigns one-on-one in the middle of the ring, as Ambrose is looking for revenge. After that, we found out our final participant for the 8-man tag team elimination match from Monday Night Raw, as Dolph Ziggler took on another return man and Edge, the former world champion in universe mode. Ziggler had a classic with Edge, but in the end, Ziggler found a way to get the victory, and Dolph Ziggler was the final man to be determined for the 8-man tag team matchup for Team Monday Night Raw. So Team Monday Night Raw was finalized last week on Monday Night Raw. After that, we move on to tag team action, as we've seen this new attitude of the Usos debut, and boy, were they impressive. They defeated the Bar in the middle of the ring and attacked them after the match, springing up this new attitude. The Usos will be busy men this week in universe mode, as they will be competing on Main Event also. After that, we cut backstage to see Authors of Pain attack Luke Gallows. This served Luke Gallows to not be in Carl Anderson's corner, as I believe that was Razor took on Carl Anderson right after that happened. After that, we cut back to the arena. Carl Anderson made his entrance down the ring. He took on Razor, but in the end, Razor was just too much for Carl Anderson, defeating Carl Anderson and ending his one-on-one streak he had against tag teams. Anderson lost to Razor in the middle of the ring. He even hit the cutter, and Razor kicked out at 1. Very, very impressive from the Authors of Pain, showing their dominance, and what a victory it was for Razor. He got a massive victory after the match. Razor wanted to put more punishment on Carl Anderson, but Luke Gallows made his way down to the ring to stop the Authors of Pain from inflicting more damage, and that's why we're getting Luke Gallows taking on Razor this week on Monday Night Raw. After that, we seen the first confrontation between Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman, and it was a unlikely one for the King of Strong Style, who also had a busy week. Nakamura took on Braun Strowman in, you can say, a slobber knocker between two dominant superstars. But in the end, Braun Strowman showed his dominance as he put Shinsuke Nakamura through the barricade, folks. It was very, very brutal to see as Strowman just showed his power there. Put Nakamura through the barricade, and Nakamura could not make the 10 count. So Braun Strowman defeated Shinsuke Nakamura via countouts on Monday Night Raw, but Nakamura has not been pinned or submitted in Universe mode. The same thing happened with the undefeated Asuka as she took on Ember Moon. Asuka stormed the ring, and a brawl ensued between her and Ember Moon, but in the end, Ember Moon hit the Eclipse on the outside, and Asuka could not make the 10 counts, and Ember Moon was laughing in the end. Oh jeez. It was very, very brutal. If you were an Asuka fan, you were shocked to see that Ember Moon absolutely destroyed Asuka. Could this be a bad sign for the Empress of Tomorrow? We'll find out at WrestleMania. But for now, Asuka will be talking to the WWE Universe about her WrestleMania opponent, Ember Moon, this week on Monday Night Raw. Also, Braun Strowman has some words for the WWE Universe. He will explain why he will continue the trend of Royal Rumble winners winning the world title at WrestleMania. We'll see if that is true, and we'll see if Braun Strowman can pick up his first ever world title in Universe mode this week. At WrestleMania. That's Monday Night Raw. The way, let's get into a star-studded SmackDown Live. Kick things off with Shane McMahon making a major announcement that would change the complexion of SmackDown Live forever, announcing that Kurt Angle had signed with SmackDown Live. After Angle was signed, he was immediately thrown into a matchup with John Cena. Big match, John, people like to call him, with AJ Styles sitting at ringside. Angle and Cena went at it in you can almost say a 4.5 star classic between these two in the middle of the ring, with in the end John Cena getting the victory and is headed to WrestleMania to fight for the Intercontinental Championship. But Kurt Angle is not being left out, because as Kurt Angle, he had joined Cassius Ohno, and later on in the night we found out Randy Orton for Team SmackDown Live in the 8-man tag team elimination match. After that, we seen you can say a little bit of dream team tag team matchup as Bayley and Charlotte teamed up to take on the iconic duo in Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. This was working very, very great for Bayley and Charlotte. They were working well together at the beginning of this match, but in the end, Bayley has shown her true colors, leaving Charlotte to flee for herself against the iconic duo, and allowing the iconic duo Peyton Royce and Billie Kay to defeat Charlotte and Bayley, as I believe it was Peyton Royce who rolled up Charlotte to get the victory. So a huge win from the iconic duo as they win their tag team debut. After that, we seen, I believe the match I was talking about right there, Hideo Itami take on Randy Orton for one of the spots in the 8-man tag team match. Orton defeated Hideo Itami with a RKO to put him away. After that, a matchup that I said went 25 minutes, and boy, it did not disappoint. You people know what I'm talking about. Brock Lesnar took on the Nightwolf, who was a busy man this week. Nightwolf thought he had Lesnar's number here tonight, as I'm gonna show you guys the picture tonight. Where there he is right there. You guys don't know who he is. There he is right there. The Nightwolf, who was a busy man. He took on Brock Lesnar in the middle of the ring to find out who will take the final spot in the Fatal 4-Way matchup for the WWE Championship. It was a number one contenders match. Who took the final spot? Lesnar put his WrestleMania spot on the line to finally take out the Nightwolf, and he did not disappoint, coming out swinging in the beginning of the matchup. The crowd was on his side. Lesnar, he absolutely destroyed the Nightwolf at the beginning part of this matchup. We thought Lesnar was going to dominate the Nightwolf, but no, the Nightwolf came back in the end, but it wasn't enough. A F5 put the Nightwolf away, stunning the entire crowd. That was Nightwolf's second loss in Universe mode, with his first ever loss coming in the Elimination Chamber, and with Brock Lesnar pinning him 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring. But some people say it was Paul Heyman that gave the help to Brock Lesnar to take out the Nightwolf. After the match, Lesnar pounced on the Nightwolf again and delivered another F5, sending a statement to all of his opponents in that WWE Championship match, the likes of Undertaker, AJ Styles, and Sting. It was a statement, and we already have one of our second major championship matches already confirmed. Fatal 4-Way, Lesnar, Taker, Sting, and AJ Styles fight in the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. I got more news on which title will main event WrestleMania, as you still decide the main event. More news coming on that in a second. After that, TM61 took on the Hype Bros. Matchup barely got started, but in the end, TM66 beat the Hype Bros. Then it was the main event of Undertaker taking on Chris Jericho. It was basically Undertaker pouncing on Chris Jericho, and in the end, the Undertaker defeated Chris Jericho. But after SmackDown Live went off the air, Sting made a shocking appearance in the ring, stunning the Undertaker. Undertaker was visibly shook to see Sting in the middle of the ring, as they had a stare down as SmackDown Live closed. Sting is starting to play the mind games with the Undertaker. We'll see where that leads at WrestleMania and in the next couple weeks. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the show that just happened yesterday was my return to Universe mode. It was main event, and boy, it was a chaotic and combustible one, as we seen a lot of action. Kick things off with the Usos taking on Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass final match as Raw superstars. In the end, the Usos was able to get the job done. Then we seen a Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight action in a classic Fatal 4-Way between these four men, as we got a preview of the 8-man ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship, and it was fun to watch. In the end, Cedric Alexander got the victory. But I want to point to a major happening: Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Nightwolf. We thought this match was going to happen. We thought we were going to see a classic between these two. Thought the Night was going to get his redemption. But I want you guys to pay attention here. As the matchup began, this man made a shocking interruption inside the matchup. I'm going to play the audio right now.
Yeah, I totally agree. This guy is the monster of demons. Wait, what the? That's Ty Dillinger. What the world's Ty Dillinger doing here? Wait a minute. Look at this, oh my god! Ty Dillinger has attacked the Nightwolf. What is going on? As this match has been thrown out. What the world? What is this?
Yes, that's right. Ty Dillinger. Yes, I'm gonna put his face up right here. The perfect 10 had attacked the Night Wolf, hitting. I believe that was the stunner to the Night Wolf. I believe, and knocking him out cold and holding him back as the referee DQ'd Dillinger and giving Night Wolf the victory. Since the actions of Ty Dillinger, the Shane McMahon had officially announced that Shinsuke Nakamura and the Night Wolf will take place on the last main event before WrestleMania, as they will compete in a Hell in a Cell match. To Hell in a Cell match on the last episode before main event to get rid of what happened with Ty Dillinger. Dillinger's not getting off the hook easy, as he'll be taking on the Night Wolf in a Extreme Rules match to kick things off on SmackDown Live. So when I go live with SmackDown Live, you do not want to miss it. Be there live, because Ty Dillinger will take on the Night Wolf in a Extreme Rules match to kick things off this week on SmackDown Live. Meanwhile, for Shinsuke Nakamura, he's going to be in a huge 6-man tag team match. As I will explain the reason why this match is happening. Because right after this, Rollins was scheduled to take on Noam Dar, but these shocking events happen. As we played our WrestleMania theme song, Miguel Skywalker, you just heard the instrumental to the second theme song, Flavor in Your Ear. Yeah, I believe it's Your Ear. I think it's that. Something like that. That was the second theme song. As Rollins made his way down to the ring, these two men had attacked Seth Rollins.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, get more concrete. Look at this. Austin Danger. Austin Danger's got a baseball bat. And you can see that this is obviously a trap by the Roman Empire. Roman Reigns that sent Jey Uso and Austin Danger out here to attack Seth Rollins.
What's up there, Killer?
Oh, for God's
How you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, that's right, folks. The Danger family and the Roman Empire conspired to take out Seth Rollins, trying to ruin Seth Rollins' chances to make it to WrestleMania. Well, Rollins, get this, folks, had a chance to pick his partners to take on Chris Danger and Jimmy Uso. Rollins picked Nakamura and the upstart Noam Dar to take on Chris Danger, Jimmy Uso, and Braun Strowman. Since Austin Danger's competing earlier in the night as he's taking on Samoa Joe, he could not be in this match. So his father will take his spot. Jimmy Uso, who was accompanying Austin Danger, will be in this matchup, and Braun Strowman will be in this matchup as well, as the Authority wants Strowman on their side as they take on three of the biggest faces in Universe mode on their respective brands, with Seth Rollins being the longest reigning United States champion in Universe mode and longest reigning champion in Universe mode period, and Shinsuke Nakamura, who is the World Heavyweight Champion, and the rising upstart Noam Dar, who has been getting shocking upsets over the past couple of weeks. So you guys heard it here, folks. 6-man tag team matchup, no elimination tag. First team to get pinfall submission will get the victory. The question is, can the Night Wolf? I'm sorry. Oh my God, wrong person. Question is, can Seth Rollins get revenge after the Danger family and the Roman Empire constructed that attack on him on main event? And finally, our main event of the evening for Monday Night Raw, it's going to be Ember Moon taking on Nia Jax one-on-one in the main event of the evening, as Nia Jax wants to stop the upstart Ember Moon and stop her momentum in the tracks. Jax is looking for a huge win here because she's been on a slump since taking on Asuka. We'll see if Jax can recover as she takes on Ember Moon in the main event. Massive show we have. Also, Dolph Ziggler taking on the young upstart Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews looking to prove his worth on Monday Night Raw. And look at this. As the Team Raw looks for practice, that's Max Danger and The Rock will team up to take on one of the vicious tag teams here in Universe Mode, former tag team champions, their revival as they look to as they looking to work on chemistry ahead of WrestleMania. We'll see how that works out on Monday Night Raw also, and then Austin versus Samoa Joe, Asuka, speak to WWE Universe, Luke Gallows taking on Razor, looking for revenge from last week in the big 6-man tag team matchup, and Ember Moon versus Nia Jax. Meanwhile, on SmackDown Live, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hearing rumors that the Enzo and Cass will make their SmackDown. Undertaker and Sting will be in the building on SmackDown Live. John Cena will also be in will be in the building on SmackDown Live also. And I'm hearing that Nick Miller of TM61 will be taking on Mojo Rawley in one-on-one competition on SmackDown Live, also with the Nightwolf taking on Ty Dillinger in a Extreme Rules match. That's what you got to look forward to on SmackDown Live this week. That's for SmackDown Live. That's the major happenings. We'll see how SmackDown Live gets huge matches on that show as well. And finally, with main event, the second half of the men that will be in the 8-man ladder match compete in their fatal 4-way this week on main events also, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned for that. And Drago has his second matchup on main event as he takes on the I believe he takes on Gran Metalik in one-on-one action on main event. But that's all the stuff I got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys have any questions about WrestleMania and this week's editions of both Raw, SmackDown Live, and main event. Shout them down in the chat right now before I end the stream. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, no questions. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw will probably either be Friday or Saturday this week. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to get ready to go do my chores, and then I will upload the SmackDown Live review and results, and that will be it for episodes of the coming editions Raw, SmackDown Live, and main event as we're on the road to WrestleMania. We'll be live from Fort Worth, Texas this week for SmackDown Live. Also will be a lot of everywhere for SmackDown for this week for Raw and SmackDown Live and main event, as we'll be in the home state of WrestleMania, Texas. We'll be in Fort Worth, Texas for Monday Night Raw. And for I believe SmackDown Live has I believe it's something Texas. I forgot what it was. I believe it's El Paso, Texas, and main event has San Antonio, Texas this week. So it will be a Texas week for Monday Night Raw. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm Coach Train. Road to 1,000 subs. Hit that like button. Comment down below any questions, concerns, and any questions you got for me for Universe Mode. Comment, put them down in the comment section down below. And if you don't have any questions, talk to you guys in the next video. Tomorrow we have WWE Behind the Universe episode number 5 or 6. I gotta go back and check. As we'll be discussing my past 3 WrestleManias in Universe Mode in detail, going over the major happenings and why we are in Dallas for WrestleMania and not in New Orleans like we are in real life. I'll discuss that in tomorrow for Behind the Universe. And I think we have a WWE Guess That Theme Song challenge tomorrow. Or I think we do. But I have something else for you guys tomorrow as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong. Tomorrow it is Assassin's Creed Origins story mode starting. And then We have I'm going to get, and that will probably be it for tomorrow. And I'll be resting my nerves tomorrow and start working on my project for school. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Talk to you guys in the next video. You guys know my intro. Remember to be glorious at everything you do. See you guys in Fort Worth, Texas for Monday Night Raw. Peace.